Hey y'all, today is day 3 of Trump's second impeachment trial. Okay, so I want to kind of talk about what happened yesterday. So first of all, the layout of the trial, I got kind of messed up. I should have been paying attention a little bit more. So basically, I guess apparently what's going to happen is that the House managers are going to present their side first, and then after that, Trump's attorneys will present their side. So I think they are going to start speaking as of Friday. That's the prediction for right now. And then I think after that they go into like a Q&A session. And then maybe closings. But I think before that, if they do have any witnesses, that will be the thing that extends the trial longer. But anyways, let's just talk about what happened yesterday. The evidence that was shown yesterday was very mind-blowing. Just the police, like the call to the dispatcher, the police asking for help, saying that they have like the riders behind their line, like the line was broken. I don't know what the actual term would be for like a police officer, but you could hear them asking for help and for other people to come and things like that, and that they were just that they were just overthrown. They just didn't have enough help there to be able to hold back that massive crowd. The police call was very surreal. The one police officer saying that there's bear spray in the crowd, and then they said there are people with flagpole pieces as well as metal pieces that were being thrown. Someone said like fireworks, or like they didn't know if it was fireworks or bombs or what it was. Also, the police were definitely confused about what was going on. Definitely it was some policemen helping, but it was good policemen that were trying to assess the situation and trying to just get through that situation. Also, the videos of Mike Pence having to escape, the video of Mitt Romney almost coming into contact with the rioters, because let's be for real, they don't like Mitt Romney. They probably would have harmed him very badly, and not just harmed. We probably wouldn't have had Mitt Romney with us if it wasn't for that officer coming around that corner. That wasn't nothing but Jesus that sent the officer around the corner to protect him that day, because he would have ran right into those rioters. I don't understand how people still feel like this is a game, or it wasn't serious. It wasn't serious as it was. The House managers are really putting a timeline together that is really perfect from how but the rest of us who have been paying attention, we know this. We know the slow buildup of the lie and the constant lies being told, and then people getting caught up in the lies. And we knew that it was going to build up into something very terrible. What was also very telling is Stacey Plaskett from what is she from? The U.S. Virgin Islands. She's a delegate from the U.S. Virgin Islands. When she was talking about the permits, that's another little thing that y'all needed to be paying attention to. The permits of that day on the 6th. So I think that they were originally planning that rally after the inauguration of Joe Biden. And then it turns out Trump decided that he was going to actually, when he got involved, he changed the date to the 6th, close to the exact time where they were going to be counting the electoral votes. Also, so you change everything, and then you change the fact that they were going to march to the Capitol. So that's telling in itself that they had one event planned, and then once you really couldn't get what you wanted, like when it came to like pressuring Georgia, pressuring all these other officials, pressuring Mike Pence, you pushed their rally from after the 20th to now the 6th, at the precise time that they were counting the electoral votes. You turned the crowd up. You knew that your some of your supporters, not all, some of your supporters, you know that some of your supporters carry guns. You know that they're violent. And don't tell me that you don't know anything, because you're the president of the United States. You get intel before anybody, probably before anybody else. Well, I'm sure somebody else knows it before you, but you will definitely get that intel that, hey, people are stroking guns in the audience, or hey, people have guns in the audience. Hey, way before that, people were talking online. So, and I almost forgot, another thing that they talked about was that the Trump administration monitors not only the dark web, but, just the regular media sites, and how it was widely talked about them storming the Capitol, them doing bad things, that they were going to hurt people that day. So don't say you didn't know, because somebody would have come to you, even if y'all wasn't monitoring those sites. The U.S. government, somebody's monitoring those sites. So it would have came to you that, hey, your supporters are planning something. You may want to calm the situation down. But instead of calming the situation down, he turned the situation up, because he knew exactly what he was going to do. It really shows that he didn't care about if Mike Pence would have died. He didn't care about if anybody would have died that day. I'm still mad that you don't care about the Ashley Babbitt died. You don't care about the other people that died. You don't care about the officers that died. I'm wondering, when he was president, did he call? Because you were still president of like at least 2 weeks after that. Did you call Ashley Babbitt's family to apologize? Did you offer to put money on her funeral service? Even though I know she's the military, so she gets a free funeral, but did you offer to, it's a lot of things that go into a funeral. You got to pay for the outfit. You have to pay for programs. You have to pay, you don't have to, well, she wouldn't have to pay for the burial site, but you have to pay for flowers or things like that. So did you offer to do any of that? Did you send flowers and apologize? Did you, to the officer that died? Did you, or actually it was 3 officers. So it was one that actually died in the riots and 2 that committed suicide. Did you say anything to their family? Did you call them? Did you send them flowers? Did you ask them did they need anything for the funeral? The hell, did you need them to bring some food for the repast? Something. Did you ask them? I just seriously doubt if he reached out to any of those people. And the majority of people that died there were his supporters. And that just lets you know that, oh, okay, he really doesn't care about his supporters. Because did you reach out? I haven't heard anything about you reaching out to them. I mean, I would have heard, I'm sure their family would have said, like, yes, the president called us. The president went, asked us if we need anything. But we haven't heard anything like that. So you didn't call him. He didn't do anything. He didn't care if Mike Pence was going to die that day. I didn't know that Mike Pence's family was there, and other people's family were there, including their children were there. And people are still playing this like it's some type of game, or, oh, Antifa did it, or Black Lives Matter did it, or somebody else did it. No, nobody else did it. It was Trump supporters. And that's just who all did it. Like, they didn't care about who was there or who life they had to take that day. It was just about the leader telling you a lie and following the leader. And these are from people who feel like they have that they're free thinkers and they're of a free mind. You're not of a free mind, or you're not a free thinker. And you don't have free speech when you have one person telling you everything what to do and how to feel and how to think. I have opinions from different places and different sources, so I can have conservative views as well as I can have liberal views. But you can't even have a liberal view of anything because the leader told you not to. Or if you do have a liberal view about anything, like the $2,000 checks that he wanted to send out, which is a very socialist thing, right? So if you're sending out free money from the government, you like that. The president told you to like that and want your $2,000. But any other thing that's not a democratic way or something like that, then he tells you, no, don't like that. So again, you don't have free speech. You don't have a free mind. Your mind is a slave to one man that will probably die in the next few years. And I don't even know what you're going to do when he's gone. You won't put anybody else in front or in lead for the Republican Party so that you guys can actually like move on past him. So I don't know. This trial, I knew that it was going to be eye-opening, and we're just going to hear more and more and more evidence. It will be so shocking to me if the Republicans decide not to go ahead and convict him, because really their lives were at risk too. So if they choose to not convict him, it means that they don't care about their life. They don't care about their staff's lives, because I know y'all saw Nancy Pelosi's staff go and hide in a room so that they can get away from the rioters. That means you don't care. You just care about politics, and that's it. Everybody says that Democrats care about politics, but it's not. Everybody care about politics to a certain extent. But in this case, people died. People got hurt. People are mentally messed up because of it. And to not hold someone responsible for causing that much turmoil, something is seriously wrong with you. So you're just going to let him just go free and live his life while people are in jail? These people are up on felony charges. Ain't nobody offered to pay these people attorney's fees. It's people that are 6 feet deep now. Like, I had someone on YouTube the other day tell me a war is coming. So these people are still, like, they're not backing down. And I told the guy, please don't do nothing. First of all, I'm going to report you to the FBI if I see your face on the news. Second of all, if you got kids, if you got a life going on, don't give your life up and your children up for the orange face food. Because again, he's golfing in Mar-a-Lago and not thinking about you. He hasn't even thrown you a bone to say, hey, I still care. Hey, I'm still here. No, he's been off the scene and not caring. He hasn't offered to pay anybody's attorney's fees. Nothing. So stop giving him this honor and this praise and this glory when he's not giving it back to you. Stop giving him all this loyalty when the loyalty is not being brought back. I could not have a friend like that. I have friends. I have a friend, and we're loyal to one another. And at the point that they become unloyal, then we're no longer friends anymore. So why would you continue to be supportive of someone who ain't supportive of you? Like, it's like, did any of the people get pardons? No. Did he walk down to the Capitol with those people that day like he said he was? No. He never walked down to a Capitol. He wasn't going to. He just riled up that crowd, and he sent those people out to go do his dirty work, and he went home to watch on TV as if he had sent out a pack of wild hyenas. And he knew what was going to happen. He knew not to go there because he knew what was going to happen. He knew not to march with them. If it was Martin Luther King, he would have got off the podium right then and there and been marched down to the Capitol with them to ensure a peaceful protest. He didn't want to ensure a peaceful protest because if it was like that, let's talk about that. If you was going to go down to the Capitol and have a peaceful protest, why was there not a podium set up for him? Why was there not why did the Secret Service not know about, okay, well, we're going to march down to the Capitol, the president's going to march down with them, or even get in a car and drive with him? Why wasn't all that set up if this was not supposed to be a setup for them to be attacked at the Capitol? You didn't set up anything properly to make it seem like you were going to actually march down there with them to ensure that you kept them calm throughout the whole protest. You didn't do that. You weren't a leader at all, like you would see any of the other leaders that would march down with someone to keep them calm, to keep the crowd calm, and to just motivate them. Also, let's think clearly. This is the last time that they felt like they could stop the certification for Joe Biden. What did he think was gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen? Did you think that they were gonna sit outside and just be like, yes, stop the count, No, they weren't. They were going to go inside and make sure they stopped the count. And if that means that someone had to get hurt or killed or whatever, then that's what was going to happen. How could they stop the count being outside holding a sign peacefully? You can't stop the count that way. You're going to have to go inside and raise the hell on this last day to stop the count. That makes more sense, because other than that, they weren't going to stop doing what they were going to do, whether they was outside peacefully protesting or not. You just would have been peacefully protesting outside while they were still counting the electoral ballots on the inside, and they would have continued forward without it. They had to stop once they breached the Capitol. So let's think logically. Okay, woo. This is going to be day 3. Let's see what evidence they got today. I hope by Friday that his attorneys get it together. I hope that they're doing their research and their studies. I hear that they're going to try to attack Democrats on some things that they said in the past. The thing about it is that it didn't incite a riot. People didn't get killed. It's a difference, like you say, between political free speech and people can say it politically. That's true. But if you incite someone and you keep brainwashing them and say it over and over again, your vote is getting stolen, your vote is getting... That wasn't done by the left. That wasn't done by Democrats. No brainwashing happened and steadily telling them a false lie like that. And then after that, nobody was murdered. So let's just see what's gonna happen. They need to call witnesses. Okay, I need to continuously say that. I get that the video is very stunning, but Republicans are not going to give a crap unless they hear stories from Trump supporters. I want Trump supporters, and I want people, staffers and regular employees, to tell their stories, and officers, because then the guilt factor will catch that ass and you'll vote the right way. Peace, y'all. Love you.